Hello, Anthony Vessecchia, Level 3 TPI, Bodycrafters Inc. I'm here on behalf of Scratch Golf Academy. Today I want to talk to you about the problem that exists in golf with a C posture. You'll see people set up and they're rounded in their upper back, and that causes problems on being able to turn properly, can cause other back issues. A lot of times it also can lead to some neck pain as well, because if the back is rounded like this, it won't turn enough, so your head will turn a little bit further than it normally would. To try to get down at the ball, you'll really crank your neck to keep your eye on it. Some guys' eyes will come off, then they have to reposition and find the ball again. You'll see that happen. And it just really slows down the ability to get more rotational speed through impact point, and can cause back pain, like I said earlier. So I'm going to give you a couple drills today that can help alleviate that problem. The first drill is going to be using, well, actually first and second is going to have a 36-inch foam roller. For the first one, we're going to sit with our rear end at one end and our head at the other. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this direction. Let me move my sim out of the way. And I'm just going to put my head at one end and my rear end at the other. And I'm just going to allow my back to stretch out on this foam roller. You'll feel your thoracic spine start to extend a little bit as the foam roller pushes up into your spine. And just let your arms drop. If you're really rounded and you can't get your head down and you're having to look up like that, find a pillow or a pad and place that under your head. And as time goes by, as you do this drill every day, you should be doing these every day if you're in C posture, you'll find your head being able to get down. So if you're wearing a baseball cap that is a snapback or open here, you'd want the part of your head right where the snaps are to be touching the foam roller. So if you don't have a hat on, that's basically the position right on that protrusion part, the bony protrusion on the back of your skull. You're going to want that touching, so you don't want your head up like this. So find a pillow so you're touching there, so that you're getting some, keep it in easy terms, just so your head's pushing back. It's kind of like packing your chin. You don't want to be downward and you don't want to be looking up, straight back. Now, arms straight out, relax. After you've done this for a little while, you're going to now make sure that you're pushing your lumbar. So you're going to do a pelvic tilt here and push your lumbar into the foam roller below you. Don't let it come off. And now we're going to take our arms and extend them above our head this way. And just relax there. This is going to now stretch out the lats as well. If they're causing any of the tightness that's pulling the arm and pulling the lat down, that can sometimes bring your shoulder blades and move them apart from one another. And that also can kind of help with the rounding. We want to try to get those back and squeeze together. So as you're doing this, you'll feel your shoulder blades come together. Now, while we're down here, we're also going to add one more drill, which is going to work your rhomboids, which are the muscles in between your shoulder blades. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to pin our elbows to our rib cage, thumbs pointed out, doesn't matter, I just like them out, and we're going to try to rotate our fists to the floor. If you notice, I'm not letting my elbows drop down like that, but as you do this, you're going to feel your shoulder blades squeeze a lot. Again, all these drills, lumbar down, do not let it arch. It's going to try to arch if you're tight in your thoracic spine. As you extend that spine up, the area between your shoulder blades, the bottom of your back, your lumbar, will try to lift off of the foam roller to compensate for the immobility of that thoracic spine. Okay, so we're going to try to really push that down as we're doing this drill, and you're going to feel your spine really pushing and trying to get to extension. So those are three quick drills. We're going to go out like a T. We're going to go above your head. And then and if you have shoulder pain in any of these, you can kind of play with that position or turn your hands to try to alleviate some of that shoulder pain. And if it's just too much, go to the ones that don't hurt. Let's just at least start there and do the ones that don't show you any pain when you're doing that movement. And then the third one is going to be right here with the rotations outward. So now the second one that I'd like you to do, I know there was 3 exercises there, but you're all in the same position. This one's going to be a little bit different of a position. We're going to turn it perpendicular to our spine now. We're going to lie back on it so that the base of our shoulder blades are sitting on it. So right at the base of your shoulder blade, so in the middle of your back, is going to be on the foam roller the way I am now. From here, again, we're going to try to push our lower back down onto the floor, mat, whatever you're on, and try to keep it there. Then we're going to place our hands right here behind our neck or kind of on your traps. It doesn't really matter. I just don't want you to pull your head downward, okay? And then you're going to pin your elbows together, and we're going to now take your elbows and you're going to try to drive them that way, right over your head. So we're going to try to push that way. I am pretty tight here myself, so this actually feels amazing, but you might hear me grunting because I'm having to strain to get to that position. It does not matter if as far as you're going is just an inch. If you're only able to move this much, it doesn't matter. We're going to work our way up. You know, in 2 weeks from now, you may get 2 inches. The point is we're going to work on progression. So we just want to make small progression on this. It's going to feel really hard on your thoracic spine if you're very immobile there. It may be painful at first too. So let's not push to the point of major pain. We want to keep, if there's pain of any kind, we want to keep it under a 3. So we're just trying to get discomfort, mild discomfort. And we're just going to go to that level. Now, if you have someone that can assist you, you could have them grab your elbows here and they could pull this way just to get a little bit more assist. When they do that, you'll feel more stretch in your lat again, and you'll feel obviously more of an extension or a push between the shoulder blades on that thoracic spine. But let's not overdo it at the beginning. But sometimes having a friend or a spouse or a partner helping pull and get that little bit more extension. Now, as you go here, your back's going to try to arch because that's just going to be the more comfortable position. We're trying to keep that down, so we're only getting that movement through the thoracic spine right between your shoulder blades. Okay? So now we've done all the stuff for mobility and flexibility and just trying to get it in that way. We're going to use the muscles now that are going to try to store, or basically store, we'll say store, where that position is once you've achieved it. So you should feel straighter, you should feel taller once you finish those. Now we're gonna hold heavy weights. This is gonna be called a farmer's walk. When I come back, we're gonna hold a very heavy weight and you're going to walk with it. And when you do that, you'll feel your body straighten right up to stack that spine to put you in a more proper position to be able to carry heavy weight. Be right back. Okay, so now I brought over some 50-pound weights. Normally for me, I would actually do this exercise with a 100-pound dumbbell in each hand. I grabbed the 50 so I can actually talk to you and not be out of breath. You want to grab a pretty heavy weight for you. You want to be able to hold it to where if you were holding that weight for, we'll say 30 seconds, you're going to start to feel that you're losing grip on it. I don't want you to drop them on your feet or anything like that, but I do want you to carry a pretty sturdy weight. I mean, we all go to the airport and we have 50-pound bags that we're lugging around. If you're strong enough to pick that thing up out of the car, well, that's what I want you to use when you're doing this exercise, as long as you can get them off the floor or off the rack without any issue. But it should, when you grab them, you should be like, whoa, that's a lot of weight. Because what you're going to do is it's going to mess with your nervous system and your body's automatically going to go, whoa, I better straighten up to support this. And that's what we're looking for here. So this is called a farmer's carry or farmer's walk. So you can see I have them here. And if you look, as you put that weight in, you will straighten right out. Your body will straighten out to be able to carry that weight. And now you're just going to walk. So I'm going to walk to you. We're going to turn around and we're going to walk back. And you're going to do this for at least 20 paces. But I like people to just go until they feel like they're going to drop the weight. And then I make them do 3 sets of it. And the same thing on all the other things. We're going to do 3 sets of everything we did everywhere else today. So these are some drills that are going to really help you with getting rid of that C posture in golf. They're going to try to straighten you out and get you in a more neutral spine when you're playing. And that's going to allow you to rotate much better. Please subscribe, like this video, and we'll keep producing this content for you. Take care.